Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet. Yes. Hiroko-san, thank you very much for coming in to have a chat with me.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Nice curry you have.
Yes, I just ordered. Oops, I just ordered nice curry today because YokosoNews. You know the secret mission of YokosoNews?
No.
To brainwash people's mind with Japanese curry rice.
Why?
To the rest of the world, because curry is so fantastic, right?
But particularly Japanese curry, or?
Yes, Japanese curry.
Yeah,
is
I love
the
Japanese
best.
curry too.
Yes.
Looks good.
Yes, yes. This is a nice place. We reserved for thanks to the Kawaii-san from Himanainu Inc. to present it in CineUstream today.
Amazing.
We have a 4 cameras surrounded by me, and it's kind of nice also. Yeah, we are at the Gossip Cafe, located in Omotesando.
It's really a fashionable,
yes,
cool place.
Yes, 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 yes. So yes, I just wanted to welcome you to interview today because you and I have lots of in common.
Sure.
Yes. So
what do we have in common?
Well, we both produce contents that bring Japanese culture to the world in English. We wanted to, you and I want to introduce Japan to the rest of the world. Then you have a YouTube channel. I do live casts like this, so in live. So I just wanted to chit chat with you, and then what we should do, what we have been done to bring the Japanese culture to the world, and what we should do for the future and stuff.
Okay.
So first of all,
yeah.
Oh well, and
so I can order something to
sure.
drink, maybe.
Maybe.
すいません。飲み物を出してもいいですか。あとケーキ。ケーキありますか。じゃあシフォンとあとアイスティーお願いします。あ、ダージリン、アールグレーありますか。はい。It's always nice to have some cake beside me when I chit chat with people.
Okay, okay, nice, nice. So Hiroko-san, I know you from the YouTube channel, youtube.com/HirokoChannel, all in capital. And also you have a website called HirokoChannel.com.
Yes.
And you bring all the stuff from Tohoku these days to the world. But you haven't been updating these days.
Yes.
What happened?
I'm not dead. As you can see, I'm alive.
Okay.
But since I went to the north last year, a lot of times by myself and with a news crew as a fixer, I just simply got really tired, emotionally drained, and kind of traumatized at the same time. And I just needed a little break during January and February. But I'm planning on going back. But as for my regular contents like food or Japanese culture, travel, I'm still planning and kind of I would like to make a new start this year. Okay. So I'm still thinking and brainstorming what I should do this year. Any ideas?
Sure. Well, that's why we are here to talk about. But some viewer may not know you, so would you briefly introduce yourself, who you are?
I'm originally from Fukuoka, south part of Japan, and southwest part of Japan, and I grew up there all my life, up until college. And I went to a Japanese university for a year, and then I transferred to a university in Arkansas. A lot of people say, why Arkansas? But I loved it. You know, it's a natural state. A lot of hiking, mountains, fishing, you know.
That's
I love
why
it.
you have a southern accent
I do.
in your English little bit. Yes, I could tell. You have a little southern accent. That's so cool, the Japanese girl speaking southern accent. You should be really proud of yourself for
Thanks.
that.
Well, I'm proud of it.
Cool.
If I can get southern accent, I'm really happy, but not too strong, maybe.
Oh yeah, well, you have to have a strong southern accent.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
Then what did you study?
I majored in, first I studied journalism, and then I switched my major to Christian counseling.
Okay.
And studied family counseling or marriage counseling or divorce counseling. And I graduated in 2007, and I moved to Hawaii to work after I graduated. But I got really bored. Hawaii is a great place to visit for maybe a month, the longest.
Okay.
But after a while, you kind of get tired of surfing and eating. Pretty much that's all I did. Eating, surfing, sleeping.
Oh really?
Talking.
So you surf?
I did a little bit, but yeah. But you know, surfboard is like really big. Yeah. For my height. Okay. I'm only like 5 feet. Tall. So, but anyway, I enjoyed everything. Food, people, the culture, I loved it. But I needed some challenge in my life because I was still young, and you know, you need to suffer a little bit.
You are still young.
Yes,
anyway,
I am.
Yeah.
I am still young and fresh. Thank you. But anyway, so I needed some challenge for myself, so I moved back to Japan and started working in Tokyo. And I worked for some Japanese company for a year, and then I started working at JapanesePod101.com, which is a language podcasting company. And during that time, I kind of, as not a joke, but you know, not serious, I started using my iPhone. I just got my new iPhone 3GS, so me and my coworkers started filming, and for a purpose of maybe cross-marketing.
Viral marketing, maybe?
Yeah,
on the YouTube of your product, Language 101, Japanese101.com, yeah?
So the name HirokoChannel was just totally random and just easy and cheesy. And yeah, so then we started filming like in McDonald's, like how do you say this in Japanese, you know, chicken nuggets, chicken nugget, or you know, something easy, and like popsicle or cream puff or something like that. So we did both in English and Japanese. And then when I started that, it started getting really popular at one point. I forgot when. Maybe someone else introduced my video in his video or something. And I started enjoying more, and I kind of felt the needs that a lot of foreigners wanted to know more about Japan.
When was it?
I think it was around 2008 or 2009. 2009 probably. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I also felt the needs that we should, in addition to English-speaking people. People like me, Japanese people, need to speak out in English to the world. So that's around that time, probably
you started
around the same time too. Then you have been uploading the various video onto the YouTube, and then these recent years, because of the March 11th disaster, you've been going to the Tohoku area too. So,
yes, the couple days, a day after the earthquake, I headed to North with British news crew, and I was there for about 2 weeks, a week and a half. And what I saw and what had been told through the mainstream media wasn't exactly what I was seeing. And I don't mean to criticize the mainstream media, but I felt the need to share a little local stories of the people in the raw voice, without editing out so much stuff.
What happened, Jason? Okay.
Okay.
So Jason Gatewood, the guy behind the scene.
Hi, Jason.
Is taking care of YokosoNews Stream channel. Thank you very much, Jason Gatewood. Star Wolf is his Twitter account. But so what kind of style is the Hiroko channel? Do you film all by yourself?
Well, sometimes half and half. Maybe I film by myself if filming at home, how to cook, or me just talking on camera. It's just tripod camera and me, and I just edit all by myself. But if we go to different places in Tokyo or around Japan, my husband. I'm not still used to saying this, but
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
My husband.
What?
Used to be a boyfriend.
Oh yes, that I know.
He filmed.
Okay. Well, when was it?
Last month.
Last month.
Yes.
March.
Spring day. Yeah.
March 20th, 2012. Everyone. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。So embarrassing.
Oh, that's the ring.
Yes.
That's
kind of.
Okay.
Still coming.
Well,
more coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the burden of the husband. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, but
fist.
Congratulations.
Thank
anyway,
you.
then.
But so my husband filmed when I went to Tottori or Osaka, or he's kind of a mysterious figure for a lot of viewers.
Okay.
Sometimes I get comments like, "Who is filming this?" or "Who is this guy?" So he's officially my husband now. So anyway, so he helps filming.
Okay.
But I like to film him, but he doesn't let me.
Yeah, I love to meet him too.
Yeah, sure. A lot of YouTubers I call film their partners or friends, but I tend not to do that. Try not to involve them in my
How come?
stuff. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable.
Okay, well, keep it simple, stupid, I guess.
Yeah, what I do is just what I do, but they've got their business and their important life.
Your solo reporting is quite a hit.
Yeah, sure.
Even recently, and I heard that you said it too already, but some viewer commented that you might have committed suicide.
So weird. Yeah. It was last video that I made after New Year's. I went back home to Fukuoka and went to a mountain and made a video.
Okay.
And I didn't know about the comment until like a couple weeks ago. Somebody on Twitter told me, "Are you dead?" Like it says R.I.P. Hiroko and crying face. So I went back to my YouTube page and read the comments, and there were several comments like, "Oh no," or like, "Arigatou gozaimasu." And there was a discussion like, "No, Hiroko's been updating her Facebook page. Don't lie," or So it was quite funny, but I let it happen. I was kind of curious to see what would happen when people think that I'm dead. And I was like, fine. So my next video will be like, come back to life video.
Or maybe we should make a video about the funeral. Wedding and funeral, maybe.
Then come back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should do that in Yokoso Japan.
Yeah, sure.
My debut.
YokosoNews, yes. So, what was your experience during the Tohoku reporting?
Very sad and painful. Every time I went, I dreamed about tsunami, because one of the documentaries that I made with British TV, I had to just review a lot of tsunami footage. So that's all I watched for several weeks.
Okay.
And arigatou gozaimasu. Oishishou. Looks so good. Anyways, Yeah, but I talked to local people and became friends with them, which was a very important, precious time for me. And I'm still friends with them, and I intend to go back to visit and keep kind of, you know, watching what will happen, because it's so easy to just go in, a lot of medias go in and cover the same story, which I'm not looking for a scoop or scandals or anything, you know, I'm just want to be a bridge between these people who are voiceless to deliver their voice to whoever they want to deliver it to.
You're not looking to be a YouTube idol, HirokoChannel. You're more want to be a journalist kind of type. Okay.
Yeah, but I want to stay as like a normal person.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to be some. I don't want people to put me on a pedestal. I don't want to be special. I want to be like everyone else, and I want to be stay relatable.
Okay.
Because I'm just me.
Well, that's what people like you about, though. That makes you special.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to face it, though.
Well, I don't have any, you know, special skills or, you know,
well, you
I
have
just
a
like
special skill.
Eat.
Yes, you have. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You have a special skill to. You have a special skill to bring the Japanese culture to the rest of the world. You have the eyes on it.
Well, actually, I'm not doing that as much as I want now, but I want to. What happens a lot of times is that foreigners and Japanese who like overseas or adore foreign cultures tend to criticize Japanese culture or Japanese people in general about all the things in Japan, but and I understand. I want to stay neutral and.
Well, but you cannot be neutral. You're Japanese, so you kind of have to recognize you're Japanese stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm proud to be Japanese.
Yes.
But there's things you know you like about Japan and you don't like about Japan, and I can't really stand on foreigners' point of view because I'm not them.
Oh yeah.
You know, there are things that only they can understand, suffering or hard things, and I want to understand them. But also, my goal is to kind of get rid of stereotype or stereotypical mindset, especially for the people who have never been to Japan.
Yep.
They watch YouTube video and decide if they want to come to Japan. You know, I get a lot of message and comments saying that, you know, I heard Japanese are racist. Is it true? Will I be treated differently? You know, I'm black. Will I be discriminated? You know, that kind of questions. And so always my answer is just come.
Yes.
It just depends on your attitude, how you know, relate to people. You know, people are just people. So I want to introduce the good part of Japan and culture and beauty of Japan to foreigners who have never been to Japan.
Jason, were you discriminated?
Was I discriminated?
You're black.
I'm black. Yes. I was.
Come over here. Okay, sit down here.
I'll come on camera. Okay. You mind if I bring my coffee?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, pleased to meet you.
Nice. Jason.
Hi,
Jason.
Hiroko.
Right. Was I discriminated?
I mean, when you first came to Japan, what was your experience? And like, did you feel like people were looking at you like weird or?
Well, I already had like a. Oh, sorry. Microphone. I already had like a kind of a predisposition for Japanese culture anyway. I spent most of my teenage years in Southern California around Japanese Americans.
Okay.
So I kind of understood from that standpoint. When I came here, I already kind of knew, okay, I'm gonna stick out because Japan is a homogenous society anyway. so you're gonna stick out anyway. So I kind of welcomed it. I kind of used it as I turned the negative into a positive, and it's like, okay, this is the Jason show all day, every day. Yeah. So you want to know more about me? Then fine, I'm gonna tell you about me. You know, if you're gonna stare, I'm gonna stare back.
That's so cool.
You know, so let's make it light and humorous. But me as an African American, I'm so used to being discriminated in my own country. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, when I was a teenager, we had the Los Angeles riots. Yep. And I lived like not too far from Ground Zero in South Central LA in Inglewood. So coming from that kind of environment, you know, where I witnessed it, you know, I witnessed, you know, discrimination, and I witnessed that form of not segregation, but sort of. I kind of understood, you know. Yeah. So when I came here, I actually wanted to study and see, like, well, how does a homogenous society treat different classes? So, you know, I learned about Burakumin, and I learned about, like, Korean, Japanese people. I lived in Osaka. So
you probably know a lot more about them than normal Japanese now.
Yeah.
Because you studied.
Yes.
How long have you been in Japan?
On and off for 12 years now.
12 years? Wow.
Yeah.
And how long in Tokyo?
In Tokyo, I've lived here only for a year. Yeah, 1 year.
Do you like it? Like, you know, Tokyo is like, well, Osaka is packed, but, well, I call Osaka sometimes junky Tokyo. Because
it's grimy. Osaka is grimy. It's, you know, it's a working class town. You know, and then Tokyo is a little bit. It's a world class city. Everybody knows it around the world. But yeah, I mean, I like it here. It's crowded. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of things to get into. But one of the things as a foreign person living here in Tokyo that I strive for is to kind of tell myself, okay, don't just, you know, try to assimilate yourself into just the foreign community here, because it's so easy to be here in Tokyo and not speak Japanese, not do anything Japanesey, right? And so I have to make it a point, okay, I'm here in Japan, I need to learn more about the culture even now.
What's the thing that you like about Japan the most? Like, what fascinates you?
The cultural duality. I think it's like there's still like and even Japanese people might not be perceptive of it, but there's, you know, there's the pervasiveness can't speak English of yin and yang. So there's two sides to everything. For example, here in this particular neighborhood, it's a hodgepodge. I mean, we're sitting in like a relatively new building, but like right behind here is a very old building. There's no such thing as zoning. For example, there's new materials, but you're still supposed to, you know, train in the old way. Yeah. You know, so I kind of appreciate that. I kind of like that. And so that's what kind of attracted me to it. It's like, how is a culture able to keep their identity but still live in this modern world?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that people say about Japan is that Japan is so close-minded, or you know, closed to foreigners. But I think, you know, one way to look at it is that's what's keeping Japan.
Well, I mean, and this is a discussion that I have with my friends all the time. In Yokohama, where I live, I have a very good friend of mine named Tash, and we have this discussion back and forth where it's like, on one hand, you know, we get frustrated. It's like, oh, Japan needs to change, you know, simple things. Like, why do I need an inkan, a hanko, a stamp to sign important documents? Why do I have to, why in this age of email and faxes, do I still need to, like, I still have to fax something, or I still need to go to some faraway building and present myself and just to do one thing.
Well, do you have the business card, Meishi?
Yes. I have to keep, you have to keep business cards. And, yeah, You know, but it's kind of like a culture of it goes back to me even before Edo Jidai. Like you have to kind of present yourself a certain way before business can be conducted. Whereas, you know, me being an American, when I worked in corporate America, there were a lot of times where we would have meetings with other people in our, you know, in our sister companies via, you know, video monitor. We wouldn't even know these people, but we're discussing important events and stuff like that. So
it's different.
So yeah, in order to keep the Japanese way, you still have to do some things Japanese. Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Jason. I need you to go back
Sorry.
and check the timeline. But thank you for giving us the comment,
That's
Jason.
That's a good insight.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
So Jason has been sometime working with me, and Jason also I actually called Jason on Skype on March 11th. You were stuck in Gotanda.
Yeah.
And he was reporting live on the night of the March 11th. Yes. In the middle of the in Gotanda. It was a crazy day.
Were you in like a motel? Or
No.
In Gotanda.
No. At the office.
Station.
At the office.
Good.
His office. But so cool. Well, anyway, we kinda sidetracked a little bit, but
those I like meeting with that like him positive people who are who could be feeling like he was being discriminated, or who could be feeling like, you know, it's not fair, you know, he could be complaining about millions of things.
Yep.
But he doesn't, you know.
Yep.
It's just nice to be around positive
what's
people.
up?
There's a very good question that just came up by Black Tokyo. He wants to know about what I said. If that's keeping Japan, how does Japan plan to deal with the need for foreign labor?
Okay, what's the question of I love Japan? What's the reaction to Japan's needs to have a foreign keeping the foreign labor away? Okay.
Or just dealing with the need for foreign labor.
What's the dealing with the keeping the foreign labor? Well, Japanese government and then Filipino government and Indonesian government just not just signed the treaty that they're gonna welcome the nurse to come and work. We have problem of that those Filipino Indonesian nurses are having hard time to pass the test because they cannot read the kanji, and very special kanji that I don't even know myself. But there are discussion that Japanese government are trying to open up the job market, and then when you read the finding on the Japanese newspaper, there is report that Japanese company are looking for more exchange students to hire who study in the Japanese university, but have a foreign background, so that if the company wants to move overseas, they will, you know, those people can be very attractive, or you know, to those companies. So yeah, actually for Yokoso News, I also want to encourage. I want to support Japanese company, and also I want to support people who love Japan, also want to come to Japan, want to do something related to Japan. There is opportunity that.
Yes, but I want to point out one thing. In my YouTube comments, sometimes I get questions like, "Hey, I'm a policeman," or "I'm whatever, so and so, I'm an artist. Can I, you know, can I get a job in Japan?" I mean, it's hard to get a job anywhere in the world these days, even in America, England, Japan. You know, Japanese people can't get a job in Japan.
Yeah.
So if you know, I don't personally. It's kind of hard to say this, but if you're serious enough to go work in a foreign country, with a proper job and proper income, you just have to do your part. You can't just ask someone, can I get a visa in your country? Or, you know, can I find a company that gives me a visa, you know? Maybe you would have to start as an English teacher in Japan and work extra hard, but that's what you have to do, and you just have to do it. And there are people who have succeeded, you know, and if it's, I think it's same if I go to try to work in the States. Maybe it's easier if I speak, you know, English, but it's kind of the same thing. I can't just go there and get a job. I can't just get a visa easily. It's hard anywhere in the world. So I think,
but that's why we need to keep informing people what to prepare. People want to know those information. So
true.
Yeah. So what's well, go ahead.
And about this year, I think the Japanese government is changing the law about foreign residents. They're giving foreigner, they're getting rid of the foreign card.
Foreign alien card.
Alien card. Such a funny name. And giving residents card, right? So that's good for a lot of foreigners who live in Japan, but that's bad news for the foreigners who are applying for refugees as a refugee visa. So I'm curious to see what would happen to them after the law changes. So those are the people that I kind of want to talk to, especially like minorities, like so-called minorities and people who aren't famous, who aren't really popular, and I think it's very important to welcome foreigners to Japan, but at the same time I think it's very and more maybe important to keep nourishing Japanese traditional culture.
So that's the one of the point that I found the difficulty of keep doing Yokoso News. I wanted to start doing Yokoso News so that I can help encouraging Japanese people who does traditional stuff. I want the craftsmen to be proud of themselves doing what they do. But I'm having hard time trying to like have them understand that it's important to bring the Japanese culture in English to the world. What is your reaction to that? Do you have a similar problem?
My husband is a craftsman. He makes furniture, and he's having a really hard time. A lot of furniture business is struggling because a lot of, you know, IKEA or Nitori are importing stuff, which is good. But I'm not a big fan of mass production anyway, like clothes or anything. So I like something that people put heart into making things.
But you need to kind of express that you are there, that exists. You kind of need to do some kind of marketing. But Japanese people themselves, they know that they need to speak out, but they're too shy.
Too shy, and I think a lot of Japanese live in fear and have really low self-esteem. So when we go and try to film or ask them, you know, if we could introduce their stuff to the world, they're like, oh, no, we don't deserve it, or so embarrassing, whatever. And but a lot of traditional culture or crafts or skills are dying because a lot of them are almost like 80 years old or 90 years old, and they don't have anybody to succeed their business, which is very sad and tragic. No, maybe not now, but in 5 years, 10 years, I don't want that to happen.
Yep. Yes.
Die out.
Yeah.
So even like foreigners who come to Japan and love and adore Japanese culture or skills, crafts, I want them to learn too. And maybe Japanese people are losing interest, or maybe now gaining interest again. I don't know. Maybe people are changing drastically. You know, a lot of things change so fast these days.
Especially in the last 10 years. Well, last 20 years.
Yeah,
Last 30
and every
years.
year,
Yeah,
and
every year,
day
yes.
now. So
Yeah,
people need to just keep up with the speed. But it's really hard, and I just want people to kind of relax.
Yeah, me too.
And do your own thing. But, you know, it's just a matter of politics,
Yeah.
and it's like it has to do with bigger picture, you know, not just about doing the job that you like. You need to earn your living, you have to support your family. So, but I want foreigners to experience Japanese culture when they come to Japan. Not just, you know, central Tokyo, not just this hip area, Omotesando or Harajuku, like kawaii thing, or Akihabara, you know. That's a great part of Japanese culture, but that's just a small part of Japanese culture.
Yep.
And there are so many other things
Yep.
that we adore and what makes us Japanese.
So what's the what do you do these days?
That's a secret.
Oh.
No, just kidding. I try to put more focus on planning and thinking, because I'm not very organized, as you can see. I have ADD. I
Well,
can't
sometimes
focus.
it's good. Well, it's okay. Sometimes it's good to have an ADD.
Yes, so you can do a million different things
Yes,
at the same time.
Yes.
But you know, I have to work. Now I got married. I have to think about, you know, having my own family, and I want to live in Japan. I'm in Tokyo, but I kind of also want to go back to Fukuoka or experience or explore Japan a little bit more, especially the countryside, because there are so many interesting stories there and histories, fascinating people, food, culture, and I want a lot of people to experience, not, you know, not just come to Tokyo and feel like you're someone special, you know. A lot of people live in Tokyo, like myself included, are from countryside anyway. So I think it's important for people to have open-minded and love Japan as Japan instead of just Tokyo or the cities. So my plan this year is to explore a little bit more further out to the countryside and introduce their stuff too. But now, still planning. I don't know when that can start. Soon, hopefully.
Well, what kind? So would you give me a hint of what is your plan? Like what's more? What is more realistic near future plan?
Maybe you can help me.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe how about the Akibatteru?
Yes,
TV
Akibatteru
program.
need to start going back to film in Akihabara, but I think
What's Akibatteru?
Akibatteru is a program hosted by IDG News Service in
Okay.
the States, and originally made for GamePro in Germany, and we introduce kind of a subculture from Akihabara mainly, but not only Akihabara and other parts of Tokyo. Robot games, otaku culture, figures, night cafes. But I don't want to just limit to that. We want to explore more to maybe interesting festivals, and that's our plan.
Okay.
We will
Cool.
start again.
Cool.
Yes.
Then, in addition to Akibatteru, what is your plan for HirokoChannel?
I want to continue what I've been doing.
Okay.
I don't really like to make formats because that's not really like, you know, I'm not selling my videos. I'm not doing that for money.
But you have several series, Japanese language.
Yeah,
series,
just categories, but I don't have specific formats of, you know, talk show, or I don't upload videos regularly. I don't do it every week, obviously. So when I feel like it, I don't like making videos unless I really feel like I need to tell something, or I feel like I filmed something great. So I have some footage in my computer, but some things that I haven't uploaded because I felt like the bad audio, or you know, I like the quality. So
well, we'll see. What's up, Jason?
Okay, I have a few questions from the social stream that I
Okay, go ahead.
if I possibly can.
Correct question. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Icarus Factor had 2 questions. He wanted to know, has the role of women here in Japan changed professionally? No. Also, what did you go to school, what did Hiroko go to school to major in?
Okay, so first question, is the role of the women in Japan, has the role of the women in Japan changed these days?
No.
No?
Sadly.
Sadly, oh.
Men like to say yes, but women, still very, I'd say, culture for women. You know, mom with little babies get kind of stared at in the crowded stations. People don't really want to help. It depends, you know. Of course, some people want to help, but still, you're expected to quit the job.
Still,
yeah. In some big corporates, you can get a year leave, but it's rare, and people fear that you might have to quit your job if you have a baby. So that delays the marriage, and it's not good for the country. So I think Japan should open up more to women, and just, you know, have more schools, kindergarten available.
Yes. Kindergarten is a problem that many kids couldn't go to the kindergarten because it's overcrowded. But where did you go to school?
In Arkansas. It's called the Washita Baptist University. It's a really small university.
I heard you got scholarship.
Yes.
Oh, you're smart.
No. It was a blessing. It was a total blessing. I got half scholarship from school, but I got other half from some stranger that I didn't even know. Paid for my school for until I graduated.
What?
Yeah, I know him now, but
Is it
at the time I didn't know him.
What? What? Oh, anyway.
Well, because I was in a difficult situation at the time, and then I needed a miracle, and then the miracle was provided.
Okay,
yes.
good. But so you major in journalism?
At first, and then I studied. I was very interested, and I still am interested in
Then you were working as a journalist. And
yes, I like to work within that field. And I'm really interested in family orientations because I think that's the core in any cultures. If the family is healthy, the community could stay healthy. And other way around too. If the society is suffering, that could hit families like domestic violence or you know, abuse.
I see.
So
any other question, Jason?
Yes. There was one other question. How do you get with the rapidly aging Japanese population? How do you get young people involved and interested in like older Japanese culture?
How do Japanese try to get young generation people get involved among rapidly elderly culture of Japan? Well, this is a really hard question because of I don't really want to talk about too much into the politics because I do like to talk about politics, but I'm not in the position of talk about it to the public, but I do a little bit now. Because of the aging population, the elderly has the most voting power. So young people does not have a fewer people, so that the young people's voice are not really heard these days. But Japanese government are thinking about lowering the voting age to the 18 now. And the kids don't like that idea. They don't want to be responsible. Majority of the Japanese young people don't want to have even 18-year-old don't want to have a voting power because of the voting rights, because they think that they are not ready. But I think when they get it, they'll start thinking about it. They'll be responsible. So I'm not. Yeah, and I was living in in the States, so I see many 18 years old American kids went to vote and talk about politics, and that's actually a good thing. So. Yeah. So yeah, people are thinking about it. Do you like to add more of that?
I think the reason Japanese young people don't go into traditional small craft job or preserving that, the small jobs that have been created from generations ago is because they can't earn a lot of money doing that, You would have to work in big companies to have enough money to support your family now. So I would like to request the government to support these little small companies, like family business, so they can train young people to do to preserve Japanese beauty. But we need to work together, the small companies don't have enough funds to do that.
Yeah. That's our role, to speak out and help these people speak out to the world. Yeah. Any other? Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah.
David Voldy asks, what's the best way to volunteer in Tohoku? Do you have a specific organization that you recommend? And then Black Tokyo asks, do you have any opinion on parental rights in Japan?
Oh, that one. That was the question. Okay. First question: how can you volunteer Tohoku? Maybe you have the idea.
Yes, very good organization called It's Not Just Mud. It was actually started by an English teacher who was living in Osaka, James. I went to visit him once too. It's just a group of people. It's not really a set organization. It is a good organization, but it's not like UNICEF or other big organizations. It's just they welcome anybody from all over the world, and there are people from Canada, China, or literally anywhere in the world, or Japan, and you can stay at their home and just dig a mud or clean the house, or they're still there doing their work.
What's the name again?
It's Not Just Mud.
It's not just mud.
Mud.
Mud. It's not just mud.
Yeah. It's not just cleaning.
Okay.
But you're reaching out to people. They connect strongly to local people. So they're very, very good people.
I see. Then there are many other organizations, Fukushima.
Yeah,
well, if you go to Tokyo Volunteer, allhands.org still doing the work. Yeah. And then if you go to Tokyo Volunteer Center, there's a listing. I don't know if they have an English listing, but and next question was the parental rights of Japan.
I don't want to get into that.
This is too
international.
Much. Yeah, international divorce issue and stuff.
I can't comment on that because I think it's very sad. There was this one guy on YouTube, a father. I think he's Australian. Maybe he's making a video for his daughter every day because he was separated. So that's sad, but I can't speak for their family because I'm married to a Japanese, and you know,
well,
I'm not in a
yeah.
state.
Eventually, we might, if we have, you know, if there's a demand, we'll might come back to that. But there's gonna be a lot of research and stuff involved.
A lot of background checks.
Yeah. Make sure that all the information are legit.
Yeah.
And so that's quite costly money.
There's good YouTuber called Hikozaemon.
Oh yeah, okay.
He talks about that in his video, so maybe you should check that out instead.
Yeah, okay. That's it?
One other question. This one from Smoker. He wants to know, and I'm trying to get him to flesh out exactly what he wants me to say here, but his exact question was, why are you scared to report of the nuclear posing of your country? But I think he wants to say, how do you feel? Do you feel if the way that the media is reporting about, you know, the incidents that took place at maybe Fukushima,
are covered?
Are being covered correctly? And how is the whole incident being handled as opposed to the release of public information?
So this is the sensitive topic too, but we have to speak out too, on the other hand, because people have that question all the time. So if the question was if the Fukushima incident nuclear power plant coverage of the media is accurate, you think, or it's being covered up, or mass media is not telling the complete truth, or what is your
It's
opinion?
hard when you're not working in the media. It's so easy to criticize the media because there's like the best target to criticize, and there are things that they didn't share, and which I could blame. Anybody could blame them, but I don't think they are like evil force. You know, there are good people working in mainstream media and good motivation. So you can't just criticize media as a whole. But as Fukushima situation, I went to Fukushima and the exclusion zone and talked to the people, met with farmers too, and people who have been affected by nuclear power. But even there are people who still support nuclear power, or people who feel like they've received a lot of benefit from nuclear plant, you know, local people around the area. So there are just millions of different ideas and opinions on this matter that there's no like correct answer, I don't think. You know, there are mothers who have little kids and who are so worried about, almost paranoid about nuclear or radiation, and there are other hand there are mothers who criticize that kind of people, and there are rich people who were fortunate enough to move to Okinawa or foreign countries. You know, just each situation they have different opinions, and radiation is not something that you can see, smell, or feel. We won't know until like
older,
the next 10 years, 20 years.
When we will find out, even we have a cancer.
But even that, you know, when you talk to doctors, cancer is such a complex disease that you can get from smoking or and many other factors.
But anyway, it's hard to it's hard to say though. But as a Japanese media as a whole, I think if you carefully watch both mass media, like major media and independent media, thanks to the internet, there are many independent journalists providing the information, both anti and pro-nuclear power and the incident. Still, there is some speculation, and so I think, in my opinion, those are, as a Japanese media as a whole, it's being covered. Equally. So I just make sure you get those information, and then you make your own judgment.
Yeah, you would definitely have to make your own judgment, especially now. There's so many informations just flying around, millions every second.
Well, anyway, so that's probably it from the question from the social timeline. Do you have any question to me and Yokoso News?
What's your plan for this year for Yokoso News?
I have lots of stuff in my plan. One is that I need to find a partner. I really want to find a partner in any way, because last year from March 11th, before March 11th, I was trying to do various projects with various people in the company with the sponsorship and stuff. But because of the March 11th, many of the projects got canceled or I ditched them. I had to cancel the program because I was keep covering the March 11th.
Right.
Then I got tired of it. I did get help. For example, Jason today, and Sarah, Akim, other members of the Yokoso News people. But Yokoso News is not completely full-time staffed media. So I came to the point where I need to find a motivated partner who can help putting together the contents, whether we are going to do as a business. So
what's the main selling point of Yokoso News?
Yokoso News is selling point of the Yokoso News is that I and Japanese people report by themselves, and also mix with the local foreign residents or local. I want to try to communicate both Japanese. I want to create a platform that both Japanese people and then tourists or foreign residents in Japan can communicate. I want by providing the right information, also by providing the opportunity. So like this social, live stream, we can communicate with the people all over the world, take the question and stuff, then we can talk. So so that's I want to bring the experience of the Japanese culture, and I want to help people who want to know about Japan with more in-depth information and experience. But also at the same time, I want Japanese people to have the opportunity to tell about themselves to the world. So,
did you find any Japanese people who want to
do that? Yes, I think she was coming today, but she wants to talk about hot springs, and I told her to ambulance coming in, but it's okay. We are compiling the list of the top 5 hot spring spots and stuff, and I'm working with sake brewery in my hometown.
You're from
Yokkaichi, Mie. I'm working with sake brewery from Yokkaichi. Then we might be doing the report of that. And then I'm also working with the youth hostel in Ise. Brand new youth hostel in Ise, the only one youth hostel. So we then with the people of the Ise city that we want to bump up. We want to help for more tourism information of Ise Shrine and stuff.
Right. Do a lot of tourists come to that area?
Yeah, but not much foreign tourists.
Oh, really?
Not so much foreign tourists are coming to.
Do you talk to a lot of tourists in general, online or offline?
I do get the question from the Facebook.
Do they know about like Japan Rail Pass?
Most of them do already.
Right.
They already do some research.
I'm so jealous.
I know.
I wish I were a foreigner.
I know. Well, you could go to Europe and buy the Euro Pass.
I guess.
Yes, you could.
But they can do that too, right? In Europe?
I don't think so.
Really? Only foreigners?
Yeah, it might be just the foreign tourists who can buy the
really?
Euro Pass. Maybe someone from the Europe can help us on the social timeline.
Incidentally, I can't buy a Japan Rail Pass either.
Yeah, because he lives here. Yeah.
So jealous.
Yeah.
I wish I had.
Yes. But yeah, but we wanna bring those information to the world
Yeah,
as
there's
well.
so much to do.
Yes, I know. Maybe Hiroko-san, you might need to help us.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I love the name YokosoNews Japan. Such a
Yokoso
catchy
News.
name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, because the Yokoso News was available .com. Yeah. So. Yeah. So maybe we'll do more collaboration work together and stuff.
I want to travel more.
Yes.
In Japan.
Yes. Oh, so it's 2:50. We are about. It's been 1 hour.
Time flies.
Time flies fast. Yes. Well, today, thank you very much.
No,
thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming over to talk to us at the Gossip Cafe located
Very nice
in
cake.
Omotesando, Japan. It is Gossip. Yeah, Gossip. It's few minutes walk from Omotesando station of the subway. There's a link on the YokosoNews.com that you can find the information about how to get here. It's a really nice cafe.
Yeah, chill.
Yes, thank you very much for having us. This is kind of.
ありがとうございます。
This is kind of a. I heard that gay lesbian
Area?
books that they have here.
What?
Actually, this weekend is
This weekend, I don't know.
it's like LGBT pride
Weekend, I have no idea.
Interesting.
But, yes, but anyway,
I can't remember.
so today
Nice cake,
our
anyway.
equipment was presented by Kawai-san from Himanainu. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for bringing spur picture today.
Yes,
I could
thank
not
you.
do it without him. And then with Jason, thank you very much.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
Then many other.
I love doing this. You know.
何でしたっけ? Yamamoto-san. Yamamoto-san, thank you very much for doing the camera, and Suzuki-san doing the other
ありがとう
camera
ございました。
with so many stuff. So we'll
let's
we'll
do
be
some
back.
work together.
Yes.
Be back on camera.
All right,
on
cool.
YouTube soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye.